Hi, I'm Emily, the co-founder of Bees Burman Emily's Elephant Sanctuary in northern Thailand. Lucy has been in the Edmonton Valley Zoo in freezing cold conditions for 40 years. This is far too long. Lucy deserves her freedom and to live like other elephants do in conditions like this, like the elephants at Bees. We support Lucy's freedom.
Lucy deserves better. After 40 years, it is time the Edmonton Zoo does the right thing for her and provides her with the opportunity to live out her days in an environment far more suited to her complex psychological and emotional needs.
I'm with an organization called Save Nosy Now, Inc., an organization that's dedicated to seeing elephants from zoos and circuses in true sanctuary. Lucy deserves sanctuary. And the people of Edmonton need to rise up to make sure that that happens for her. She needs to be with her own kind, making her own choices on her own terms. Rise up, Edmonton.
If humans had left her alone, Lucy would have had the ideal elephant life, roaming in a jungle full of trees, birds and animals. She would have bathed in rivers and rolled in the mud with her mother and friends. She would have had the sun all year round. But this beautiful life was snatched away from Lucy when she was only 2. She was sent from Sri Lanka to Edmonton and was kept in a solitary confinement in a small, cold space. Please give this endangered being some happiness for the short time she has left on this earth. Thank you. On behalf of CES, Centre for Ecocultural Studies, Sigiriya, Sri Lanka.
Hi, my name is Melissa and I'm the founder of Farm Sanctuary just outside Edmonton, Alberta. As an organization, we hope to create a world where sanctuaries are no longer needed. But right now, that is exactly what Lucy needs. We believe that when any being is made to suffer, we all suffer as equals. The hearts of Farm Sanctuary go out to Lucy as she and her advocates continue their struggle for her freedom. Often, we receive animals into care that are aggressive and have given up on life. They appear to have stopped living, but time and time again, these scared, aggressive, lonely animals are greeted by others of their kind, and life happens again. Farm will continue to support all efforts to see that Lucy is pardoned from the death sentence that is Edmonton Valley Zoo, and that she be released to a sanctuary where she too can find love and life again. There is much to be learned even from the smallest of creatures, and we have the opportunity right here and now to help one very large one. Lucy, I am sorry. Farmers hope that tomorrow your keepers will be given another chance to change, and the Edmonton Valley Zoo will let you live out your days in a sanctuary with your own kind where you belong.
Hello, my name is Nancy Shaw. I am with the Free the Oregon Zoo Elephants, and we are supporting Lucy at the Edmonton Zoo. She's been there 40 years in that weather by herself. It's criminal, and she needs to be released to sanctuary. Thank you.
Just because Lucy happens to be in the same earth as us, doesn't mean we have the right to deprive her from her needs, her love, and space. She's been living in captivity for over 40 years in the Edmonton Zoo, in Canada's cold climate, and she deserves to be free, in a sanctuary, roaming free with her own kind, in a warmer climate, where she can live happily.
Hi, I am Sangeeta Iyer, a biologist, nature and wildlife journalist, and a documentary filmmaker. I am the executive producer and director of the multiple award-winning and United Nations nominated documentary Gods in Shackles that exposes the truth behind the so-called cultural festivals in the southern Indian state of Kerala, where Asian elephants are being exploited for profit under the guise of religion. There is a notorious place in Canada called the Edmonton Zoo. And here, there is a lonely elephant who suffers silently, withstanding the unbearable and brutally bitter winters. Her name is Lucy. She's been suffering there for more than 40 years. You know, it struck at the core of my being when I visited the Pinawala camp in Sri Lanka recently, because this is where she was bought from many decades back and sold to the Edmonton Zoo. This is so wrong on many levels, morally, ethically, and scientifically, most importantly. And this is why. You see, when you look at the wildlife of Canada, for instance, All these animals like the bears, the foxes, and the caribou, they have a fur coat. They are protected from the bone-chilling winter temperatures. Their bodies are designed for this. But when you look at Lucy, her skin is bare naked. Asian elephants are not designed for bone-chilling places like Canada. She has absolutely no hair on her body. How do you expect her to withstand these brutally cold winter months? And still, she's being exploited by the Edmonton Zoo under the guise of education. So this is what it boils down to. The Edmonton Zoo is not at all suitable for Lucy. And it is about time that the Edmonton Zoo authorities did the responsible thing. It is time to release her into a sanctuary where she can roam freely with other rescued elephants, at least in her fading days. Please do the right thing.
My name is Scott Blaze. I'm CEO and co-founder of Global Sanctuary for Elephants. Lucy deserves a second chance. She has spent her entire life in servitude to humans, limited by the sterility and confinement of captivity. Through her relocation to an expansive sanctuary, living amongst others of her own kind, she will be granted an opportunity to recover and thrive, transforming into the dynamic social being she was always meant to be. You can help. Give Lucy an opportunity to remember what it is to truly be an elephant, the life all elephants deserve, the life all elephants need.
Oné-Île, France. Le 19 mai, cela fera 40 ans que Lucy, éléphante d'Asie, est captive à Edmonton, au Canada. Donnez une seconde vie à Lucy, au nom de la liberté. Free Lucy, la France est avec toi.
Hi there, my name's Will Travers. I'm the president of the Born Free Foundation. For shame, 40 years in the Edmonton Valley Zoo. Do you know it was the death of an elephant at the London Zoo in 1983 that started the Born Free Foundation, and there are no more elephants at the London Zoo. So, come on, the new Canada, with your new leader, compassionate and inclusive. Let this elephant live out the rest of her life in a proper elephant sanctuary. It's the least she deserves. Thank you.
Hello, I'm here to speak on behalf of Lucy, the elephant. Lucy is living at the Edmonton Valley Zoo in Canada, and she needs her freedom to a sanctuary as soon as possible. After 40 years of living in the cold and solitude, she deserves to live the rest of her life as an elephant should, communicating with other elephants in a warm climate where she can roam many acres and graze on trees and greenery, where she can wallow in the mud and bathe in a riverbed. These are all the activities that elephants thrive on, mentally and physically. Lucy deserves to live the rest of her precious years as happy and free as she can be in a sanctuary, not to die of loneliness and pain in this zoo where elephants should never be in this freezing climate. Do the right thing, Edmonton, and let Lucy go now, while she still may have some quality of life left. Thank you.
We all need friends, we all need companionship, and elephants are very much like humans. They love to trumpet, they love to communicate, they love to touch each other with their trunks. Lucy has been in solitary confinement for 40 years. In the Western world, we don't even give 40 years to mass murderers. Lucy needs companionship, she needs to get out, she needs to be in a sanctuary where she will be loved, cared for, and spend time around her own kind. Let's do all we can to get Lucy to a sanctuary now.
In the wild, Lucy would live in a herd of 20 or more elephants. In the elephant sanctuary in Tennessee, Lucy would live with 10 other Asian elephants. In Edmonton, Lucy lives alone. Elephants are highly social beings, and for 40 years Lucy has been without a family. After 4 decades in captivity, it's time we give Lucy the family she deserves.
Canadian officials, please retire Lucy. 40 years way too long to be on concrete and imprisoned. 2 sanctuaries have offered to take Lucy and give her the life she needs. She's not thriving at the Edmonton Zoo. Elephants are very social creatures. They need to be with family and with companions. Please, let Lucy go.
Por favor, a los gobernantes de Canadá que están encargados, son los responsables de la libertad de Lucy, libérenla, que de los 3 años está encarcelada en ese zoológico sufriendo. Ya tiene más o menos unos 40 años en cautiverio. Hay 2 santuarios esperando por ella aquí en Estados Unidos, donde ella puede gozar de un clima cálido, porque estando en Canadá y de acuerdo a doctores tiene artrosis, no puede salir de su establo porque hace demasiado frío. Ella necesita estar en clima cálido. Entonces estos santuarios pueden proveerle a ella las necesidades que tiene para estar feliz sus últimos años de vida. Por favor, ayudemos a Lucy y retirémoslas a un santuario. Gracias.
40 years ago, Lucy was stolen from the wild after her whole family was murdered in Sri Lanka. Today is Mother's Day, and normally Lucy would have spent her whole life with her mother and her aunts and her sisters in a herd in the wild, foraging, playing in the water, and spending her days and nights with her family. Right now she's been 40 years in the Edmonton Valley Zoo alone, without any of her own family members or any other elephants for her to spend time with. We are Edmonton's Voice for Animal Society, and we would like you to send Lucy to a sanctuary, free Lucy, and let her live the rest of her life in peace.
Free Lucy!
Hello, we are Lucy's Edmonton Advocates Project, better known as LEAP. We are a group of concerned citizens who've been fighting to save Lucy and finally see her rescued to sanctuary. Lucy lives in a tiny concrete cell with no access to trees, no place to swim or forage in the mud as elephants do. And most importantly, she lives a lonely, isolated life with no elephant companions. May 19th marks Lucy's 40th anniversary in Edmonton. We are urging zoo officials, our mayor and city council to finally do the right thing for Lucy before it's too late. Lucy deserves to live in the warmth of the sun year-round, with soft earth under her feet, a chance to swim or forage through the mud, or simply sleep on a sunny hillside, if she chooses, all in the company of elephant companions. Come on, Edmonton, it's time to do the right thing. It's time to let Lucy go.